back, man. Welcome back. Happy Saturday, gang. If you're new here, I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS experience where we specialize in single entry 3 max and 20 max content. So, hey, if that's your particular style of play, man, you found the perfect home for you. Even if it's not your style of play, I don't care what type of games you play. Cash, double up, head to heads, it does not matter. If you playing NBA DFS, this is one of the best spots you can be, man. Hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on so you can be here rocking with me when the content drops, alright? Also on this lovely Saturday morning, man, do me one small favor, one small gesture of kindness that I know you all have in you. Go on and hit that like button for your boy, man. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in, alright? Listen, this is my starting five series. If you're new here, well, I bring you 5 plays that's more than likely going to be in my player pool on DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? And I say more than likely just because this is NBA DFS. Like I always tell you, there are going to be late scratches. Scratches right before lock, scratches after lock. You got to be pretty much locked in on NBA until about 30 minutes before that last game when you get all the news. So pay attention, be by your phone, your laptop, whatever, so you can make the necessary adjustments. I'm telling you, because a lot of times that is crucial to cashing in NBA DFS, all right? Let's get to it, but before we do, man, you know I got my lineup review, going over my best lineups from yesterday's slate. Let's talk about it, all right? Very solid night last night on DraftKings right here. You see my best lineup pulled up. This was the $44 single entry, the little single entry series they having over here on DK. Came in 37th place over here. Let's get into my lineup. At the top, got the Trae Young 9,600, man. As the day went on, I just noticed he wasn't garnering a lot of ownership. This game had a solid total on it, and it was predicted to be close. You know, Trae Young coming off the snub for the All-Star team once again, man. At home, I figured he would have something to prove, and I liked the low ownership on him, so I pivoted to getting more of Trae Young yesterday. Got a lot of them, got him here in my single entry at 12%. He came through with a 65 burger for us, nice at his price tag. At the shooting guard, Kevin Huerter, man, 52% on, 29 fantasy points here. The thing that hurt me last night, I had a lot of hurt. I was right with but the pivot I needed some Benedict Mathurin. If I get off of Huerter and go down to Mathurin, we bringing it home. We bring it home first place. But you know that's what makes NBA DFS hard, man. It's not only do you got to be right with the plays you like, but you got to be right with all the plays in your lineup, man. You can't really miss, dog. You got to nail it, and that's what makes it so tough, man. Because you can nail 2 or 3 plays. It's hard to nail 8 plays. I'm telling you, it's very hard, all right? That's why 8-leg parlays play so much, man. It's hard. You can nail 2 or 3, but you got to get all 8 to take it down, all right? At the small forward, had Lou Dort, 41%. I didn't have a lot of Lou Dort. He just ended up in this single entry because I knew I was different with guys like Trae, with guys like Whitmore and Toppin down here. I knew I was different enough there, so I didn't care about eating the chocolate on Lou Dort, especially going against the Charlotte Hornets at 3,900. Only 15 fantasy points. Like I said, I had very little Dort compared to the field, man. I probably had like 15, 20%. I didn't get up this high because I just don't like Lou Dort like that. But 15 fantasy points, probably should have got away from him. But, hey, he got the job done over here, I guess. At the power forward spot, Kevin Durant, man. I talked about him yesterday. I know everybody was going to be on Booker because he had been having the bigger games. He had been playing better. But like I told you, man, it's back and forth. It's going to be Booker some nights. It's going to be KD some nights. It was KD tonight, man. And I love that majority of people went to Booker. Got KD at 12% on here. Came through with a nice 63 burger for us right here. Had a little correlation between him and Trae Young. At my center spot, went Sabonis, man. You saw the video yesterday. You heard me talk about Fox Sabonis, and in this matchup, Sabonis was very solid. Could have had a much bigger day for us. Got in a little bit of foul trouble early on in the first half. Kind of limited his first half run. He could have had a 60 burgers for us, but he was still very solid, man. Nice double-double from him in this spot here. Cam Whitmore just hoping for the blowout here. I think I actually got lucky because I didn't revisit this spot. I was hoping Quickly and Barrett was still out and Houston would just run the table with Toronto Raptors. I knew Cam Whitmore had been playing, and I knew if any foul trouble or blowout, anything like that, he could pick up extra minutes, and we got what we was asking for. We got the blowout, extra minutes from Cam Whitmore. He came through with a nice 38-point game for us at 4% on. At the 4th spot, I went Obi Toppin. Listen, I know Isaiah Jackson was the man. I definitely had him. As you can see, I had them both in this lineup. But once Jalen Smith was out, I figured I knew Isaiah Jackson was starting. We got that news. But Obi Toppin had to be like the backup center in my mind. And he got minutes at the 4. I just thought Obi Toppin could see increased minutes here in this spot. And I got to him here. I didn't mind getting the both of them in the same lineup because Toppin's a guy that can give you a nice score in 20 minutes. But I thought he could see about 25 minutes in this spot. He was just okay, man, at 6% on, only 16 fantasy points. Really needed him to do a little more to vultures up their leaderboard. And then Isaiah Jackson down here, everybody's chalk at 66% on. Once we got that news, I had plenty of them I had like 90% Isaiah Jackson. He was solid, though. 26 fantasy points. Wish he'd have got us a little more, a couple more rebounds and got us that double-double bonus. He could have gave us a 30 burger and 10X, but still very solid for us here, man. 310 best lineup on DK. FanDuel, not so lucky, man. Look, don't y'all crucify me for this. This is the $10 single entry, 267 over here. I probably went a little 2 stars and scrubs here, and we're going to see the whole lineup. Listen, I know on the video I said I wouldn't play Fox and Sabonis together. This is very much true. This just happened to be a mistake here, man. I had this locked in early and just waiting on news. And once we got that news, man, I spent too much time on DraftKings because that's where the bulk of my lineups is, 20 max land. I spent the bulk of my time trying to adjust my DraftKings lineup. And then by the time I got back to the FanDuel, just leaving Fox in was like my best option. So left Fox in here and had him with Sabonis. Typically what I don't do, but they both gave us solid scores. Fox at 18% on gave me 51 fantasy points here. Stuck with my boy Trae Young. I told you, man, I had heavy Trae Young. 5% on. He gave us 61 fantasy points. Got to Lou Dort once again. He was a failure. Got too cute here with Luke Kennard. Saw him ruled in. And I knew nobody was really going to make that pivot. I know he was going to be like the forgotten man. But Luke Kennard, when he's in and all these other guys out, he's really like a number 2 scorer behind Jaren Jackson. So I thought I could get a sneaky low on play here. I got just that, but I just didn't get the performance I wanted from Luke Kennard. Only 10 fantasy points here. Got to some Trey Murphy. Saw him stepping into the starting lineup with Herb Jones being out. He did not do anything for us going against these San Antonio Spurs. Only 15 fantasy points. Jaden McDaniels, just a value piece that got put in here. 3% on, only 16 fantasy points. Isaiah Jackson, once again, you just had to get to him yesterday at that price. Even though he didn't crush for you, but you was making a big mistake if you didn't get to Isaiah Jackson yesterday. All right. Domantas Sabonis here once again, 37%, 55 fantasy points from him. And then Aldama down here at the bottom, man. The Grizzlies just got smoked, so they really let me down in this spot. Only 17 fantasy points from him. Hurt us over here on the FanDuel side. But get that out the way, man. Let's give you what you came for, your starting 5 for today's 5-game slate, man. Thank y'all for the comments yesterday. I heard you loud and clear. You will be getting videos for small slates from here on out. But with one caveat. It gotta be at least 3 games or more, guys. And I'm not doing videos for 2 and 1 game slates. I don't really do showdowns. Like the only time I ever play showdown is when we get to the playoffs and the finals for real. I typically stay away from showdowns. But you will have videos for all slates, 3 games or more from him going out. All right, I hear you. But let's get to it, man. At the point guard at the top, I'm just going right back to Jalen Brunson, 9,600. Coming in against the Los Angeles Lakers. Listen, you know we got a lot of questionable tags. You already know how it goes. You're going to need that news. I do think LeBron and AD play today. I think that's why they both set out yesterday to get ready for this game in New York. So I do think we have both of them back, which is why you're not going to see a lot of Lakers featured here today. But for whatever reason, if they are out, once again, you can go right back to the Lakers you had last time. Russell, Reeves, Hayes, I guess, but Rui, Christian Wood. You can just get back to all those. The Lakers is gonna become the go-to value play if value pieces if LeBron and AD is ruled out. So, but I think they play today. I'm counting on them being in, but we'll take the news as it comes. All right. But Jalen Brunson is the guy, man. 9,600. He's been playing all year with Randle, and he's continued to play well without Randle. He is the engine for this Knicks offense. I'm definitely gonna have plenty of them, especially against a Lakers team who gives it up to the point guard position. Not worried about Russell or Reeves defense up top. Sign me up for Jalen Brunson at 9,600. At the shooting guard, don't mind going right back to Kevin Huerter, man. Like the price tag, 5,100. The minutes are there, man. He's been playing very solid. A little pace down matchup here against the Bulls, but Bulls no real defense over there for me to worry about. And a little more could get funneled to Huerter as Darren Fox is probably going to garner some tough Alex Caruso defense. So he could defer a little more to Sabonis and guys like Huerter. So I like going to Huerter here at 5,100. At the small forward, we'll look at DeMar DeRozan staying in that same game, coming back on the other side. Now, this is a pace-up game for the Bulls. DeRozan had just been there. He's been playing solid. Didn't play very well last time out, but coming off of 2 days rest, I expect him and Kobe White, who have just been playing big minutes for this Bull team, to get right back in the flow and try to correct it and get back on a winning path here. I like going DeMar DeRozan. I like the price tag, and I like the matchup. At the power forward, I mean, Jonathan Kuminga is just on a tear right now. Started a little slowly yesterday, but he picked it up to finish out the game. And I just don't know how you don't play him, especially in this great matchup against the Pardon me, I'm sorry. Especially in this great matchup against the Atlanta Hawks, man. Pace-up game, lack of defense. This is the game, man. You're going to want pieces from this Warriors-Hawks game. Trust me. You're going to want pieces from this one, man. I like going right back to Kuminga. He is just playing well, and I'm going to continue to ride that train. Pause. Give me Jonathan Kuminga at 6,700. At the center, I'm looking at Richaun Holmes, man. We got Derek Lively doubtful once again tonight. They started Holmes out last time, played him big minutes. I think they can do the same here again. They're going to need a little more size against Brook Lopez and try to help defend Giannis down there. They don't have any bigs, and they probably going to get eaten alive down here by the Bucks. So I like some Giannis, yes, I do. But give me Richaun Holmes, 3,800. I like that the price tag didn't move. He's a very serviceable player. We know him from his time in the Sacramento with the Sacramento Kings, man. He's live for a double-double. Sign me up for Richaun Holmes at 3,800. There you have it, just starting five for DraftKings: Jalen Brunson, Kevin Huerter, DeMar DeRozan, Jonathan Kuminga, and Richaun Holmes. Let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there, all right? FanDuel at the top, we staying with it, man. Jalen Brunson, I'm just playing him, man. It's his show. You saw him drop a 40 burger last time. He's going to have to do that again if they want to beat these Knicks. I'm not saying he's going to get the 40, but definitely like his over on points prop in this spot. Whatever it is, I ain't even looked at it yet, but give me Jalen Brunson over on his points prop. I like him in this spot and the matchup against the Lakers. At the shooting guard, I want to look at Bogdan Bogdanović. Now, for the Hawks, we know Sadiq Bey and DeAndre Hunter is out. Don't expect Bogdan Bogdanović to start because they really don't like to start him. They like to bring him off the bench. He like to be the first replacement for Trae Young so they can get some more offense out there with while they let Trae Young get a break. So doubt he starts, but the minutes should be there. They probably go with They dusted off Wes Matthews the last time out, last game last night. So maybe he's in the starting lineup because they just don't like to start Bogdanović. So I don't think he starts, but he's going to play starter minutes, especially with no Bey and no Hunter over there. I like getting to him in this matchup against the Warriors. At the small forward, man, sign me up for LeBron James. Like I said, I think he's back. He's in the Garden. It's going to be a duel. Him against the Knicks. Brunson, little game correlation here with Brunson and LeBron. If we get a nice back and forth with shootout, maybe an OT game, this correlation could work great for us. Sign me up for LeBron James. Fully expecting him to be back tonight. But if he's not, of course, we'll adjust. All right? At the power forward, I want to look at Harrison Barnes, man. 5,300. Another guy who has just been loaded with minutes for these Sacramento Kings. Up and down performances, but the minutes have been there. He's playing solid. I don't mind getting to him here in this spot against the Chicago Bulls. Sign me up for Harrison Barnes here. And then at the center spot, man, staying with Richaun Holmes, 4,500. Listen, I'm anticipating him being in the starting lineup, but it's not a lock. It's not a guarantee. We definitely going to need it because they don't have to go with him because he was an unexpected starter last time out. So hopefully it went solid for him. He played well, so hopefully he did good enough to stay in the starting lineup. And Richaun Holmes is my main value piece on this slate as it sits right now. Get you plenty of them, all right? There you have it, man. Your starting five for FanDuel. Richaun Holmes, Harrison Barnes, LeBron James, Bogdanovich, and Jalen Brunson. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure going to be in mine, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.